You know what's funny? We basically got the whole level almost fully done in the last episode, because if we actually look in the atlas, we'll see that, if we actually go to the Evening Lake Worlds, we'll see that Charmed Ridge, we have 568 out of the 600 gems, and 5 out of the 6 eggs. That is really far. Well, hey, my fellow video gamers and Let's Players, I'm JuddlePlays, and welcome back to another episode. Let's play Spyro 3 Year of the Dragon. In the last episode, well, we started Charmed Ridge, but we also had some puzzle trouble. What do you mean by puzzle trouble, you might ask? Well, I mean we had some trouble with some puzzles, and those puzzles being quite annoying. I mean, it's not that annoying, but I thought it wouldn't be that bad, but it was a little harder than I anticipated. But no, we're not going to be going to the Sergeant Byrd section just yet. First, we are actually going to be going back and doing the little mystery bottle thing, which I believe we've only seen one other time, and that was in Bamboo Terrace, so let's get this thing out of the way. And I kind of think I know where that one is, actually. Do I? I believe it's actually up here. I'm not so sure. But this thing right here, okay, we do have to hover, but, actually, where is that? Oh, I know where it is. I believe we have to go back over here, and it's on one of those, like, upper platforms around this area. At least I believe it is. Okay, did I, like, mistaken this for... Oh, no, there it is. Okay, found it. I was thinking, like, I think that's there. Also, that one might have been slightly tricky to get at first, but then you realize it's, like, really right in your vision once you get the first one, so it's not that hard to get. Also, I am not sure if there's any more of these things after this one right here, because I think there's only 2 of these in the game, which makes me think, why did they even bother putting these, like, mystery bottle things in the game if they're only going to do a few of them? Also, are we going to die? Can we jump? No, we are going to die. Now we lost both of those lives that we gained in the last episode thing, and oh, you know what I just remembered? When you die, you have to start it all over again. God dang it, really? Okay, that was stupid. I was, like, really close to the end of that. Okay. I am being really stupid in this level right here. Okay, Jordan, let's be careful this time. Now that we got that second one out of the way, let's go around this way and not be stupid, because what we're supposed to do is supposed to go around this way so we can actually get back to the one area without falling in the instant death ooze. But now I need to make sure I actually jump over these things to make sure I don't fall in the ooze even more, because you know what? My skills at this game have just decreased from, like, the almost 2 weeks I haven't played this game in. You know, that's kind of what happens when you're playing a game and you don't, like, play it for 2 weeks. Your skills kind of go down, but I didn't think it'd go down this much. I mean, I've been dying in really stupid places. I mean, I have a whole bunch of lives to spare, so I'm not worried about that, but I'm kind of worried about that for later parts, though, because later parts could be bad. Now, I believe it's right down here is the next one. Yep, it is. And no, we actually have one last one. I don't know why I said no, but yeah, it's kind of like you think you're done with it, but then you realize, oh wait, there is still one last area we need to do. Yeah, these ones have a lot of areas you need to go through, but now, can we actually make this jump over here? Yes, we can. Because at first you might be wondering, like, oh, how can I make the jump back up here? That's how. Now, I believe that's all the gems as well. Yep, that is all 600 out of 600 gems. And luckily, to get back to the end of the level where the Sergeant Byrd thing is, you can just go through there, and that is it. But now that we have all the gems in the level, actually, let's go and do the Sergeant Byrd area of this level. What the heck, okay? Why didn't I make that up there? There we go. But now, the Sergeant Byrd area. Holy moly. I am not a big fan of this area, and it might take me a little bit to get it done, but I am not so sure. But okay, let's run into the thing. There we go. But let's talk to Sergeant Byrd.
Good day, Spyro. I'd like to stay and chat, but I'm late for an engagement with a fairy friend of mine. She's just a friend, you understand. It's a strictly platonic relationship. It's certainly not a violation of military protocol whatsoever. What are you giving me that look for?
Sergeant Byrd, you sly dog. Anyways, well, Sergeant Byrd has a little girlfriend. Let's see her. Or we're gonna have to actually walk over there now, but this level can be a little bit annoying. Also, the last Sergeant Byrd level. Let's talk to this person.
Where have you been, James? We were supposed to meet in the temple an hour ago. And don't give me that old matters of national security line again. I guess it doesn't matter, though. The whole temple is full of nasty cat witches anyway. We'll just have to call off our date. That is, unless you want to battle the witches.
Oh yeah, I guess we can battle the witches, but is that the same fairy we saw at the beginning of this area? Also, now, when we go into here, I've noticed that the best way of doing this is actually staying close to the ground for the first few, because what you can do is they only attack you if you're looking at them. So you can look at them and then you can attack them. So these first ones are actually pretty easy. You can just do that and then you get that done.
So, I see those rocket launchers aren't just for show after all. Well, I just hope your accuracy is better than your punctuality, because there are still a lot more witches in the temple.
Yes, there are a lot more witches. Now, this time, I don't know if they'll attack you, like with a different attack, but I believe that, oh yeah, there are 10 of them now. But it's basically the same as the other one. They'll still only attack you from the front, I believe, if they'll actually start attacking me. Yep, they won't, like, use their other certain weapons yet, but they will go around here and you still need to attack them kind of like that. It is still, honestly, not all that hard, because luckily some of these missiles actually do hit them, like, on the spot, but now we need to wait for some of these other ones. But you might be wondering right now, oh, Jordan, why are these so hard? Well, the reason these can get kind of hard is because, well, let's just say it's the last one, really. The last one is the big kicker. That one, if you're not good at this kind of gameplay, can be really bad. But first, I need to try to get these last two guys coming at me, or girls, technically, because that's really, they're not really trying to come after me, actually. I don't know why. What's wrong with Sergeant Byrd, cats? What's wrong? Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to go up and actually get some of these, because I have no idea where they're... There we go, we got one of them. Now, can I get the other one? Now, that's better.
I must admit, James, I am impressed. There are still a few witches left, though, and this time they mean business. They even turned the floor into deadly blue ooze. Oh, be careful, okay?
Now, this one is the one I've always had trouble on. I can't just, there's not how many times I can tell you how many trouble I've had on these. But first, get rid of a whole bunch of these windows off the bat. The reason why you want to get rid of these windows is because, well, you're going to be able to use them for something a little bit later. But first, I'm actually doing this pretty easily now, somehow, except when I get hit like that. What I was trying to say was I was doing that slightly easy, but now it's kind of, like, not going as well as I thought it was going to go. But luckily, see, you can get hit by those things, but what the bad... Ooh, God, that's bad. But what the bad thing is that, like... Well, you'll lose health, and if you lose, you have to start all over again. So that's kind of the bad thing. But first, let's hit this last window over here, because if we do that, we get a skill point, and we get all of our health back. And that's really good when you're actually to your last bit of health, and you need to do the rest of this mission. So now, if we can actually hit these last guys, we can actually get this done, and with only one try. That is how we're supposed to do that.
You did it, James. I knew you weren't the leader of the Hummingbird Resistance Movement for nothing. Now we have the temple all to ourselves. But first, I have a present for you.
Now, that definitely went a lot better than the first time I did it, but first, Abby. Now see, the first time I went through this area, what happened was I saw the blue ooze and I'm like, oh wait, I cannot get into that, that is bad. And well, no, I didn't see the blue ooze actually, I saw the floor, but I'm like, I remembered, oh yeah, there's blue ooze, so let me fly through this area to get used to it. Well, I didn't realize that it's very hard to do it like that, but it's a lot easier when you're on the ground to hit them. So now I'm like... So once I found out to do it on the ground, I'm like, oh my god, that makes it so much easier. Then I found it later, and I'm like, oh god, that makes it even more easy to go through this area. By that, I mean, like, doing the thing of, like, waiting to get the skill point until the end, so you can have full health when you're doing the one area. Because once you get that skill point, it's gone forever, and you have no other way of regaining health, and that makes it really hard. That is why I was lucky I did it right there pretty easily. But now, we basically have everything done with this level. By that, I mean every little tiny thing we can probably or possibly get in Evening Lake is basically about done now. So, there's only one other thing we can really do. We have a boss to go to, because actually, let's check our atlas quickly just to make sure we have everything we can get in Evening Lake as of now. Let's see. Evening Lake Home, Frozen Altars, Lost Fleet, Fireworks Factory don't have fully complete, Charmed Ridge, Honey Speedway, and Bentley's Outpost. And there's that Scorch's Pit, which we'll be doing very soon. So yeah, we actually don't have much we have to do. Well, more like we have nothing else we have to do in this Evening Lake world. So now, we can go over here, and let's talk to these guys, because we need to talk to them.
The rocket's fueled up and ready to go, Spyro.
Oh, I love those guys. What do you have to say, Crazy Ed?
I guess this hunk of junk is supposed to fly. Sure glad I ain't the one getting on.
Yeah, old country folk.
Hop on, Spyro. Don't worry. Fairy engineering has never failed.
Okay, I don't know if I should believe that, but what do you have to say?
Hop aboard, Spyro, and boldly go where no dragon has gone before. Well, at least not in 1,000 years, at any rate.
Yeah, that's funny. Okay, let's talk to this last one, Greta.
The rocket is ready for launch, Spyro. Hop aboard whenever you want.
Okay, let's go on to the next boss in this game. Well, first we have to go all the way down to Midnight Mountain and see one last cutscene, or main cutscene in this game, before a boss. A monster to end all monsters.
That's it. I've had enough. I'm going to create a monster to end all monsters. And I'm going to send it out to destroy all the dragons, even the little hatchlings. Yes, yes! It will smash them and crush them and grind them and tear them. Oh, yes! Smear them and smoosh them and crack them and crease them!
But, won't that kill them?
That doesn't matter, as long as I can still collect their wings.
What? All this time you've only wanted them for their wings?
Of course, you ignorant girl. I need them for a spell, so I can live forever.
Wait a second. A spell?
What did you think I was going to do with all those dragons? Open a zoo?
A dragon zoo would be pretty cool.
You said just keeping them in our world was enough. You never said you had to kill them.
I don't have to kill them. It just stops them from wriggling so much.
You're terrible. I can't believe I ever listened to you.
Stupid, insolent brat. I'll take care of her as soon as I finish off that dragon. Now, where was I? Ah, yes!
Well, this time we don't actually get to see what the boss is, but yep, the adventure continues. Or will it? Because we have to fight a boss. And yes, if you didn't know, this boss is actually named Scorch, which he is the name of a level in Spyro 2, because there's a level in Spyro 2 named Scorch, and that icon was blinking. That's freaky.
This might be our last stand, Spyro. The sorceress plans to use this monster to destroy every iota of her opposition, beginning with the two of us. Alas, there is no time for ruminating. A battle awaits us. I will endeavour to assist you by means of a steady provision of combustible projectiles.
Now, the funny thing is, Bentley basically works the same as Sergeant Byrd. He is going to be giving you ammo, but here is Scorch. Now, for Scorch, I find Scorch, he's not all that bad, at least I think. Because a lot of people, like, he looks really intimidating, I'll say that much. He looks, like, really, really intimidating when you first see him. Because you're like, oh my god, it's a flying guy, and you're like, oh, what the heck's gonna happen here? Well, yeah, what we have to do is we have to basically get these ammo things and wait for him to move, and then once he's moving, we'll be able to shoot him like this, and hopefully hit him a little bit, kind of like that. But now once you get here, you want to actually be careful, because what he'll do is he'll do that kind of projectile hit, and that is really bad. So then after that, you just keep hitting him like that. And I guess we did hit him, because that happened. Okay, oh no, that is actually really bad. You're not supposed to do that. Okay. I was thinking like, oh, let's do this thing, but no, I forgot he sent out the sun guy. And the sun guys, as you saw, can be a little bit of a pain if you don't actually do this correctly. And did he send something out? I don't know if he sent something out. Oh goodness, I can't believe I didn't get hit by that. But now, okay, we gotta... Oh no, we don't have the green one yet. I believe what happens if you get him in your inventory, I believe once you run out, you actually first use them, but I believe we're actually only like one more hit left and then we're done with him. And no, I don't think exactly, because, well, that didn't work there. But now let's get one of these red ones here, because I believe with the red one, it'll be a lot easier to actually get some hits on him. And, okay, a few more hits, and I believe we will be done with him. At least I think we will. And then we could have said that, well, that boss kind of went down very easily, and a lot easier than, like, the other boss. Kind of like that. Scorch is already down. And that's kind of weird how it does that. James. So in conclusion, Scorch is a lot easier than Spike is, and I mean a lot easier than Spike, because as you saw, it only took me one try to beat Scorch. It took me many tries to beat Spike, the escape.
Hi, Bianca. Did you bring any more food? I'm starving.
There's no time for that, Hunter. We have to stop the sorceress. She's gonna kill all the dragon hatchlings.
Wait a minute. Why should I trust you? This could be another trap.
You're in a cage, you furry numbskull. How can I trap you by letting you out?
I don't know. You sorceress types can be sneaky.
I never thought we were gonna hurt the dragons. Come on, we don't have time for this.
Well, now, the adventure continues, and look at that awesome place right there. That is known as Midnight Mountain, and we are going to Midnight Mountain in the next episode. So, that is about it for this episode of Let's Play Spyro 3 Year of the Dragon. In the next episode, we are going to be going through Midnight Mountain, and that is probably about all we are going to be doing in the episode. So, this has been JuddlePlays saying see you later, and goodbye.